Most people settle in their choice of a love partner because they feel they don't deserve anything better deep inside. It's a direct reflection of their self-esteem and self-worth. If they see themselves truly when they're with themselves, when you're thinking by yourself, to yourself, if they feel they don't deserve anything better, then they settle with that person that they're with, even though the conditions are atrocious and none of it to their liking. So the goal of any psychiatrist is to elevate a person's self-image. But you really don't need a psychiatrist. You need to find out the root of why you feel that you don't deserve better in life, about anything, about the woman you're with, about the job you have, about the place you live, about the car you drive, about the clothes you wear, everything. It's an all-encompassing thing. You have to ask yourself, what can I do to change the image, self-image, the internal vision of myself that I have? And then, once you do, then you will stop settling for anything less than what you actually want, and never for what you think you can get only. That is the most common thing that happens in the world. People settle for what they think they can get and not truly go for what they really want. And it's a direct result of self-image. Maybe something our parents or step-parents or whatever told us when we were growing up. Maybe a result of being bullied in school. Who knows why? But your past does not have to be your present and your future. All those people that are having all those beautiful things or beautiful life that you witness from afar and sometimes maybe envy or wonder, how did they do it? They're just like you and I. Those people are no different than you and I. They were not born on Mars. They didn't come from another planet. They are just like you and I. The only difference is, and I assure you, the only difference is their self-image is higher. They have convinced themselves and they truly believe, the operating word here is truly. You cannot fake it. They truly believe that they deserve more. And there is an element of pushing yourself if you're not at that level. But once you do, and once you try it, and once you only settle for what you want and refuse anything less, and you will eventually get it, it's a guarantee. It's a guarantee that you will eventually get it. Once you do get it, then you will taste. You will taste the better life. You've seen the light. Then you will refuse to go back to the old ways again. So all you have to do is just make an internal decision and stop accepting less than what you deserve, what you feel you deserve. If you're in an abusive relationship, whether it's a wife, girlfriend, extended relationship, whatever the hell it is you want to call it, if somebody is disrespecting you, if somebody is not valuing you, walk away. Don't stay in it. Do not remain when you're not respected, because then if you do, you only have yourself to blame. I know I've said these things before, but you've got to sometimes drive it in and drive it in and drive it in until it gets absorbed. That's what I did to myself, because I was lucky enough, somebody taught me. And my life has never been the same. And it's the same with everyone. Whether you are in some village in Africa, or you're in Zurich, Switzerland, or wherever else you wanna be, doesn't matter. There are people in all cities and all parts of the world in the lowest self-image situation and highest self-image situation, and that's what makes a difference. That's what determines what kind of a life experience an individual has. What about those people who leave where they are and go to another big city, in another country, in another land, in another culture, in another language, to achieve what they want, even though they don't speak the language? Because deep down they believe they deserve more and they're willing to do the work. Now, these conversations in my videos are mostly about interpersonal relationships, and that applies 100% to also interpersonal relationships. When you are in a situation like a friend I have, if you've seen my videos, who has been forced to buy a motorhome for his man cave to be away from his wife. And I asked him today, actually, I asked this friend, while he was giving me a ride to the airport, I asked him, does your wife mind that you go on these road trips to sell your, to work? She goes, no. She tells me, oh, good, you're gonna make more sales. She is just, in this particular situation, this man's wife is just a person who is 100% abusing him for the benefits and not giving back anything in return. This is a marriage that's been going on for 25, 27 years, but in the past 17 years, they have not been intimate because she refuses to be intimate with him. And he accepts it. Of course, I blame him more than her, because he fails to put his foot down and not accept it anymore. And this world will treat you the way you allow it to treat you. You determine how much people respect you and how little people respect you. You show them. People are testing you all the time. From the moment you step out of your house, people are testing you all the time. If they can't push you, whether it's your boss or another person in the bus line, it doesn't matter where. People will test you to see how much they can push you, and if they can't, then they'll move aside and go to someone else. They move on and go to another person. They tell themselves, okay, I can't push this guy around. I'll go somewhere else. And that's what you want. Don't make yourself the victim. I hope it's been helpful. I hope this can be some kind of an inspiration. Take away from this video: truly believe and not accept anything but what you want, and never what you think you can get. Go for what you want, whatever that is. Even if that thing that you want is not the highest thing, doesn't matter. But as long as it is that what you want, and never accept being disrespected, unvalued, and taken for granted. Never accept that. If you do, it's your fault. All the best. With love.